Oh, a Lobscouse Stew is the very best stew. Welcome, ahoy and welcome, sailors, to the Willy Nilly cooking extravaganza. Today I'll be showing you how to cook our famous Lobscouse Stew. I'm stirring it right now. It's all you can see. Look, it's so delicious. It's full of beans and vegetables, and we'll get right into the nitty-gritty about how to make this delicious meal that sailors have eaten for a long time. Join me as we come into Willy Nilly's personal life in his kitchen here in the landlubber town of Berkeley. Now, I'll place you down and we'll go over a few things you need to know. Some of you remember me. My name is Willy Nilly. I used to be and will still be on aboard ships cooking on the Balclutha. Now, here is some of the things you might see in the meal that we will be having today. Remember, Lobscouse Stew is very healthy and delicious. It's all I eat. And it keeps me nice and strong. Now, we will start with chopping our vegetables. How did I learn to chop so fast? Ah yes, when I was brought aboard Balclutha. I was first found on the 7 seas, brought aboard the ship Balclutha, learned how to chop so fast, in the blink of an eye I fed the entire crew of Balclutha. They made sure they gave me a nice washing before I got out of the sea to make sure I was sanitized. It was very good time. All the way over to the washing station. We'll do a little rinsey, boy. Look at that, it rinses. Oh, it's a good rinse. Rinse. Shake it off. That's really good. Really nice. Look at that. Fantastic. And you're gonna come back over here with me. And we're gonna put it in our pot. Now our beans have already been in there, soaking up and getting nice and ready to cook down. So, the next step, we have to add our spices. Our spices include a nice array, and I'm going to bring you back down. We have garlic, salt, pepper, chili powder, some oregano and basil. I've added a little thyme and parsley and rosemary just because I am fancy cook, and I've been trained by the best to add a little bit more aromatic spices into our meal. You can't really go wrong here. Just make sure not to over salt this meal. That means we could finally turn on our water. Add our tomato puree. Tomato puree. Really delicious, good for the soul. We'll put that in our big old pot here. Now, let me take you in a little bit, back over to our prep. So this is what it should look like, everyone. Just a big old pot here. You can see the fresh ingredients. That carrot, the stew of celery and potatoes and onions, those tomato paste and puree, and then those beans. You're going to want to stew this down for about 2 hours and then have a taste. I would put it on high, get it nice and boiling, and then bring it down to a simmer. Now, I've made a pre-batch here. You can see it's looking a little darker. We have brighter colors for that freshness and that nice end texture. You want it to look like this in the end, and it should get nice and thick a little bit. Add water if it's too spicy, or don't add water at all, because you're done. You made a stew. Lobscouse Stew. That is Lobscouse. Lobscouse Stew. Willy Nilly reporting for duty. So